Trainwreck podcast, the only show on the internet who, according to our Spotify analytics, has only 2 regular listeners, each of whom are in separate countries. So, to our listener in Germany and our listener in Australia, let me just say to you guys, Guten Tag and G'day! And to my co-hosts, I would like to apologize for losing our international audience. Speaking of those hosts, I'm one of them, the one named Aidan.
And I'm the one named Jacob.
I'm Trey.
And I'm Donovan.
You know, I thought that bit would be funnier than it is, but now I realize, our German listener and our Australian listener are probably gone now. So,
we have been gone for, how long? A month or two?
Yeah,
maybe
we're back
longer?
after, they probably thought we'd given up. No, they do not know us well.
We're too stubborn to give up.
Precisely.
Too stubborn to die. Speaking of too stubborn to anything, I, tonight, have our first question. Well, this morning when they're listening to this. I have our first question. Because I've come up with questions. I know this is...
Surprise, indeed, but
this is a surprise. I usually don't do this. So, my first question... Okay, well, let me throw you into a hypothetical, which is the whole basis of this show.
Yes.
All right?
We really walked ourselves into a corner with that, didn't we? Yeah, it's too late now, though.
Yeah. You are an ancient monarch, and you have just died. You are being buried with all of your riches. Your riches and your Richards, okay? What is the curse that you place upon your items to ward off potential grave robbers?
Removes your dick. Straight up, you touch it, your dick's gone.
No.
That's a pretty good...
No mark, just
a skin flap. It's just smooth. You become basically a Barbie doll.
Become a Ken doll.
And that applies to the women, too. Dick was the first thing that came to me. But you basically just your genitals gone. You become a Barbie doll.
Do the nips go too?
The nips go too.
Damn. just smooth.
Just smooth. You just become one smooth. In fact, you know what? Scratch that. It just makes you smooth. Completely smooth. Hair, gone.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Genitals, gone. Nipples, gone. All hair, and it doesn't come back. You're just smooth. You're a smooth person. You become smooth. Eyelashes, gone.
that is horrifying.
It is horrifying.
That is...
It's actually, there actually is a disease, I believe, that makes it so you're unable to grow hair, but that's
I have heard of that on Arrested Development.
It gets you more time to buy accessories now that you're a Ken doll.
Yeah. You
can get a toupee.
No. Actually, you know what might be good, because now you stop worrying about wearing something that's gonna make people attracted to you, and you can just wear what you want to wear.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna be attracted. Well, and it's not like it's gonna matter in the long run.
Yeah. And you could get some nice wigs.
No.
Try out some new hairstyles that maybe you weren't able to have before.
Part of the curse is you can't have hair. Wigs count.
So even if you get a wig.
Yep.
So what happens is
it just kind of poofs.
just kind of snaps out of.
Yeah,
even
just
if you
poof, gone.
Even if you attach
Voldemort
a
style.
PNG of hair onto yourself.
Try to edit hair onto you in pictures, doesn't work.
So Photoshop will just crash.
crashes. Yep.
Well, it's going to do that regardless.
Episode 7's its way out.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Donovan.
We don't talk about episode 7.
What? This is the 7th episode, right?
Yes.
Now
yes,
it is,
this is the 7th episode. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for me, the course would be... Do you know those stupid animated GIFs from the 90s of skeletons?
Yes.
Those would haunt you for the rest of your life, and you just see them wherever you go.
I want that.
Just in the corner of your eye, no matter what.
Everything gets replaced by it. Your wife is now suddenly a skeleton from the 90s.
Oh, no.
Everything looks like those GIFs.
Everything
wait,
looks...
Trey, no. So, Jacob, essentially what you're saying is, if that curse was to be placed upon me while I was, boning my wife, I'd really be boning a skeleton?
You'd be
Almost
rattling
had it.
her bones.
Almost had it. I'm gonna rattle her bone.
But it's just gonna be 90s, like
Well-
the kinds of ones you would see in like old 90s PC games.
See,
So
but
only
here-
like 2 to 6 second loops.
Yeah, and every text is gonna be in those horrible like fonts you see in those poorly made
Comic
games.
Sans.
So
Comic
most
Sans.
things-
Everything is Comic Sans.
And the one that has like it's on fire and it's barely legible.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's great.
Man, try writing a paper with that shit.
That would.
Jesus.
If I were a college professor, I'd give them a 100. Like if they wrote with
If they were brave
fire
enough to
or-
actually
yeah.
submit that.
If they had the balls to write it entirely in Comic Sans.
But if they're stealing my ancient treasure, then they're not going to have any balls at all.
I mean,
Okay,
what they
but-
can just do is just take the paper, copy it, and just change the font to Comic Sans.
No, I'm not. Talking about
really
Comic
quick,
Sans.
I-
Fuck you if you're writing
I would
Comic
actually,
Sans.
if I were a college professor, I would respect my students so much if they actually like wrote a full essay, like it actually is a full essay, but if it was in Wingdings. No, but
No,
like
I
when
completely
you
agree.
decode the Wingdings, it's actually a very well thought out paper.
Yeah, that's like a power move. Like
Yeah,
I
but-
would definitely like grade them as if it were like a regular essay.
Yeah, I'd be like, this is one of the greatest essays I've ever written, so I'm gonna give you a pass on the fucking Wingdings.
Maybe
should add more
translate
points.
this shit.
Jeez.
What if they just put it? What if you just like wrote an essay in binary?
Oh shit.
That would probably
Just-
be like almost 100 pages long.
Oh
No. Like your
100
English
pages?
teacher's just like, it was a 5-page essay. You have given me 500.
You have given me 500 pages of zeros and ones. It's called binary. Look it up.
The essay was on Frankenstein. This is 500 pages. This is longer than the book.
I'm sorry, you want me to be creative with my essay? Is this not creative enough?
This is communism.
Now, if you
What
really
is
want to
this,
mess with them,
communist China?
you're writing Wingdings, but not on a computer.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
It's a handwritten Wingdings essay.
Oh no.
No, and instead of like handing it in like a normal student, you post it to their door like it's the 95 Theses.
Or alternatively, you write an essay and put it on like brick and like put it on like bricks each page and just chuck it at the window.
Idea. Okay.
Page by
Idea.
page.
You start by writing your essay. You take that essay, you put it in an English to binary translate. You copy that binary. You put it in a English to Wingdings. Now you have
No,
binary
binary
Wingdings.
to
And now
Ugh.
you write them out. Handwritten binary Wingdings.
Not binary. Put it in tertiary.
in Crayola.
Yes.
In Crayola crayons.
In Crayola crayons.
And again, this is a very good essay. You think it might be the greatest thing you've ever written, and this is the method by which you convey it.
And you nail the whole that manuscript. That's a manuscript right there. That's
Yes.
no longer an essay. You nail that manuscript to your professor's door.
No, and you bring like a little soapbox and you put it down and you stand up and you address your classmates like, "Come hither, come thither. Look upon my work."
Look upon my symbols. You must decode these symbols to read my essay of extreme greatness.
No, and it's like it's not even like an English class or like a class that really demands it. It's like I don't know. Like
Music
quick, we need
theory.
to think of a class music theory.
Yeah, wait,
No,
can you write-
even better. Introduction to guitar.
Can you put Wingdings in music notation?
Actually, yes,
I need to
even
know.
better. Instead of you write the Wingdings as if
play
they are
the song.
notes on sheet music. So you're like, this is the greatest opera I've ever written, and then like your professor like looks at it, and they're just like, but these are Wingdings, and you're like, yes.
Damn
and when they
right
decode
they
the
are.
Wingdings into the binary and the binary back into English, it's actually just like A fucking 3-hour-long guitar opera.
Guitar opera with, like, just the greatest guitar opera just known to man, and it's been written in binary wingdings or tertiary wingdings.
Yeah, it's a solo better than Freebird. Like...
Anyway, Aidan, what would you curse your treasure with? Because that was the question, may I remind everyone.
Yes. The curse on my treasure would be, the second you touch the treasure, you feel as though you've been cursed horribly. There's not actually a curse on it. But,
well, the
you
curse
just,
is that you feel cursed.
You feel really strongly that you have just been cursed. And then for the rest of your life, whenever something bad happens to you, like it's bound to happen because bad shit happens in life, you're just like, it's the curse.
Yeah.
Okay, so every movie they see makes as much sense as Monster Hunter.
No.
You're just ruining the cinema for them.
Wait,
like they can't watch
Donovan.
movies anymore.
Donovan, can I add this on?
Yeah,
it makes as much sense as Monster Hunter, and it feels as long as Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh,
God.
yeah, there we go.
Oh, God.
Well, Monster Hunter did feel as long as Justice League.
How long was Monster Hunter?
Too long.
Probably like too bad. No, I was about to look it up.
I'm gonna guess under 2 hours.
We don't do research here.
Just because it's the kind of movie that feels like it's under 2 hours.
Yeah,
but like it.
A lot of movies feel like that, but then they aren't.
Fair point. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's no more than, if it is 2 hours, if it gets over 2 hours, it's very close to like not being over 2 hours.
Yeah, but like
That's my guess on how long that movie is.
Okay, no, I had to look it up. It is an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought it would be.
How long did it feel like, though?
Way longer than
watching it. How long did it feel? Like days, weeks, even? Did you forget
a little
how
bit
to
less than
perceive
Zack Snyder's.
time?
And also, while you're watching it, while you're being confused, and while it feels like it never ends, you also get as nauseated watching it as, like, I don't know, someone with motion sickness watching Hardcore Henry.
I don't know what that movie is.
That's the one. That's the first person.
The first person movie.
Right?
Yeah.
What the? Why would somebody do that?
Make a movie in first person?
Yes. Why? Why?
Because they're fucking insane.
Why?
Wasn't it actually a good movie though?
I watched part of it. It was fine. You know, it was alright. There was no plot. It was based entirely on the gimmick that the movie was in first person.
So, it's like how in the fucking 70s or whatever, a lot of films shoehorned 3D into things, because that was new.
Yeah. Ooh,
like Jaws.
3D. No, and then, really quick, that feels like a cyclical thing, because then in the early 2000s, they did the same shit again.
The same thing happened. Fireboy and Lava Girl, or Shark
Boy and Lava Girl.
My bad, I am stroking out right now.
How dare
You're thinking about Fireboy and Water Girl.
Yeah,
How dare you disobey the name of Mr. Electric and the Dream Journal?
Mr. Electric, take him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
Yes, but Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Spy Kids did the same sort of thing.
And then they would do the same thing again with, like, IMAX and stuff. They did something, like, similar in the 2010s.
The 2010s.
Well, because IMAX, let me just say, as far as IMAX is concerned, as gimmicky as it was to film a movie in IMAX, movies in IMAX are fucking awesome if you can see them in IMAX.
What?
They are pretty good.
Like, I remembered I watched the first Guardians of the Galaxy in IMAX. Holy shit, one of the best theater experiences I've ever had in my life.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but what even actually is IMAX?
The screen is wider.
And it's loud.
And it's loud, and it's wide, and the screen is really big.
It's
loud. It's Zack Snyder's favorite way of filming a movie because it's big and it's loud and it's dumb.
Except he filmed it
Except for Justice League.
Except for Justice League.
Because that's in a 4:3 ratio.
4:3 ratio.
4:3 ratio, baby.
That was
okay, now the movie
Oh god.
the movie can either make as much sense as I already forgot, Monster Hunter, it can either make as much sense as that, where it's just like your brain is melting because of how nothing is going on, or it could make as much sense as Demon Slayer, where everything is happening and you're just in a complete meltdown, a radioactive nuclear meltdown.
Okay,
I don't know which one
Donovan, how sentient were you when you watched the Demon Slayer movie?
I was on 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
It was colors. It was loud colors.
Like, maybe if you had actually had more sleep, you'd be able to, understand the movie.
Well, I mean,
Donovan,
I wasn't going to understand it anyway because I haven't even seen the show.
That's fair.
Was it like one of those pink elephant moments where like you were watching the screen and then all of a sudden like the colors started floating off the screen and you like watched them in the air and like the rest of the movie felt like it was happening around you?
No, it didn't feel like that. The fuck is that?
That's pink elephants, man.
From Dumbo. Pink elephants on parade.
I have not seen Dumbo.
Donovan,
You never at least seen the pink elephant scene? It's like one of the most famous scenes in Disney history.
I probably know
Trey,
of it.
have you seen Dumbo?
I have seen Dumbo, actually.
Okay, Trey, do you know the pink elephant scene?
I believe I know the pink elephants.
Okay, that's good.
I haven't seen Bambi either.
Get out.
That's okay.
You're not missing much with Bambi, so like...
My mother
It's a good movie. I respect it, but at the same time, Bambi makes me cry, so you don't need to watch Bambi.
Yeah, that's exactly why my mother didn't let me watch it. We have it on VHS, but she didn't want me watching it.
Even to this day, you cannot watch it, for it is forbidden.
Yeah, exactly.
Bambi is like as far as Disney movies for me, it's on the same level as Fox and the Hound. Where, like, The Fox and the Hound, I will watch it, but I will only watch the first half of it. As soon as, like, the time skip happens, I'm like, nope, turning it off, game over. What happened after that? Well, they remained friends, and nothing ever changed that.
That's such a sad movie.
Yeah.
Sitting at my
Copper
desk.
and Todd. Copper and Todd, like, straight up are, like, the embodiment of that fucking, I'm so happy all of us can be the best of chums.
And nothing will ever change that.
Because seriously, like the farmer in that movie, Copper's owner, he's straight up like that. He's like, I'm so happy you two could be the best of chums, and nothing will ever change that. And he, like, holding his shotgun, like, because he really wants to hunt Todd. And he's just like, this journey has only just begun.
Or alternatively, it's like that one scene from that one, like, History of Lego animated short, where, like, the mother, where it's like, the guy's wife, and it's like, oh, it will get better, and then the narrator chimes in and says, but it didn't, because she died just a few months later.
Okay, one of the funniest, unintentionally, I will add, documentaries I think I've ever seen in my life was, it was like one we watched on Mary Shelley. I think it was like The Birth of Frankenstein or something like that. And it was about Mary Shelley. And the entire time I was watching it, my emotions were so confused. Because on the one hand, I was fascinated by the history of it, because it was actually very interesting. But on the other hand, I was just laughing at the terrible production quality. And on the third hand that popped up for some reason, I was getting emotionally invested in the characters. No, because, like, I don't remember if you guys remember this, but I texted in the group chat while I was watching it, we should cancel Percy B. Shelley.
Oh, I remember when you said that, yeah.
And then also cancel Lord Byron, because those guys were fucking assholes. Lord Byron impregnated a woman, and then left her, and then when they were like, okay, we're making plans, we're gonna get you to Lord Byron, you're gonna marry him, and you're gonna raise this child together. Lord Byron instead was like, nah, fuck that, and he wrote to the woman and was like, I'm gonna send a servant to pick up the child.
Wow.
You're not coming with. So, because, it wasn't Victorian era, it was like the 1830s, because times back then were fucked up in the Georgian era, she didn't really have a fucking choice, so she gives up, her child, and then she dies, and Lord Byron's like, I don't want this baby, off to boarding school with you, and the child dies at boarding school, and Lord Byron is a fucking asshole.
How did he die?
The child?
Yeah.
Or Lord Byron?
The child.
Leukemia or something like that, you know?
Fucking, then he deserved
Sickness.
to die. you're too weak to survive leukemia. You're just get over yourself. You're fucking pussy.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. Walk off that damn leukemia.
Moving on, I'm sitting at my desk here, and I can actually see like all the movies I have next to me. It's an Aidan situation, except I'm not in the closet.
Oh.
And I see a Blu-ray copy of the Emoji Movie.
Aidan,
Wait a minute. What the
why do you
fuck?
have that?
My brother asked for it.
Oh.
I also see a VHS copy of George of the Jungle.
That's a dope movie.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. Shut up.
Fuck off, Aidan.
I disagree.
Aidan, Aidan, you can't disagree with facts. That's just
Exactly.
The thing.
I had the Wii game, too. The Wii game
George
is
of the
good.
Jungle is the stupidest fucking movie I've
Yeah,
ever
And
seen.
you're
It
a
is stupid.
bad person.
No, it is stupid, but it's good.
Uh,
I'm
looking at Adventures of Tintin right now.
I have a few DVDs with me. I have the It's Always Sunny collection. I have some Mystery Science Theater, some George Carlin.
Oh, look at you guys having DVDs with you. I have a llama plushie.
That's
I mean,
cool,
that's pretty
actually.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could hug it.
Yeah, I can.
I'm surrounded by stuffed animals and plushies. Let's see. I have a Dalmatian. I have a teddy bear. I have another bear. I have Mickey Mouse. I have a bee pillow pet. I have a Build-A-Bear dressed as Captain Rex. I think that's all the ones
dope.
I have in here.
And when do they come alive and plot to kill you?
12 in the night.
Hopefully
midnight
never.
every night. Midnight every night.
No, that's why I keep the closet door closed.
Yeah.
They don't have opposable thumbs. They can't open the knob.
I guess if we're playing what's sitting on my desk right now, well, I got 3 alcohol wipes, a flashlight, no batteries, a llama plush, a elephant plush, a illithid Funko Pop, and a mimic dice bag brimming with dice. Oh, I also forget about the Cheez-Its behind my desk.
Behind?
Behind. I just have a box of Cheez-Its behind
For
my desk.
emergencies.
Precisely.
So,
Where's my
hey guys, do you remember what our show was about?
I don't know.
It's about that thing where we ask each
Yeah.
other's questions.
Anyone have another question?
What's the worst animal in your opinion?
The worst?
The worst animal.
Spider.
Spider?
Game over right there. Spider. Spider.
Really?
Ants.
Spider. Yep.
Oh,
That's the beginning and the end of the statement. Spider. You know my opinion on spiders.
Yes,
It's
I know
a
your
spider.
opinion on spiders. But
I'm
like,
gonna... Oh.
but like, you could argue that spiders contribute to society.
And
Fuck
spiders do
you, Trey.
contribute.
Spiders.
Okay, and a bug that does not contribute. What do mosquitoes do?
They're
are-
assholes.
How are mosquitoes?
Okay, okay.
What function of the ecosystem is stops when mosquitoes die?
I raise your mosquito with horseflies.
Yeah, horseflies
Okay,
are
so
those the ones that like
mosqui-
die in they die in a day,
No.
or
That's a
just
housefly.
regular houseflies?
That's a housefly.
That's a house.
I'll tell you what a horsefly is. So you have the mosquito, right? He takes your blood. He comes up to you. He lands on you. He's nice about it.
Actually, it's a she. Only the she.
She's nice about it. She numbs the area before poking it. She takes like a few drops of
That's
blood.
right. Yeah, horseflies do not.
Yeah, just enough to like sustain herself. Horseflies, they fucking land on you. They're like, yummy blood, and just rip your skin right open and just. And then, like, they will keep eating until you swat them away.
Whenever I redo the trailer for this channel, I'm gonna have the voice clip of you saying, yummy blood.
Okay, actually, a few weeks ago, that just reminded me of another thing. A few weeks ago, I saw a horsefly carrying another dead horsefly. Just
so they're
flying,
cannibals.
just flying
That's
away
good.
with it.
It was a
It was just like,
paramedic.
ooh, blood.
Come, tribe. Let us go make fire.
Yes, horsefly. And then there's those are the big horsefly. Oh yeah, these things are the size of bumblebees, by the way. Just thought I'd add that. They're way bigger than they need to, except for the species of horseflies that's the size of a regular fly. they have a tendency to show up on the beach, or at least that's where I've seen them. And they come in packs of like 15 to 20, and they land on you, they rip open your skin, and you're like, shit. And then you smack at it, and like they fly away. And then another one lands on your skin, rips it open, you're like, shit, and you smack at it, and then flies away. And this repeats for hours on end while you're just trying to enjoy yourself building a sandcastle with your dad and your younger sister. You're just trying to build a sandcastle, and like these tiny little horseflies are like, and they're like, this, and they land on you, and they're
Trey, that's when you run screaming into the ocean and you don't come out.
become a bog creature.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
I'll raise you another one. I want to know what the Tarantula hawk wasp does for our society.
That's a good question. It's fucking
It is a wasp.
Yeah, I know what the
named-
tarantula hawk wasp is. It doesn't deserve to exist.
We're factoring in.
I'll tell you what its purpose is.
God missed
It's
this
to
one.
bite Coyote Johnson so we can laugh at his pain.
Yeah, that's the only.
Sting.
No one knew it existed before.
Coyote
Brave Wilderness
Peterson.
made a video on it.
We were factoring in like aquatic animals.
Oh
into
yeah,
this.
any
They're
animal.
animals.
Okay,
any-
blobfish. What do you blobfish?
Are you really gonna be that mean to a blobfish?
Yeah, fuck you. Blobfish
I mean,
are
Don't be
dope.
mean to a blobfish. He's just trying to live his life.
We are talking about the worst animal, not animals that are kind of useless, but like, it's a blobfish. It's fun.
Now. Jacob is on to something with aquatic
The
animals.
ocean, yeah. The ocean has a
No,
lot.
because
Fuck dolphins.
the ocean is horrifying.
Dolphins are bastards.
Hey,
Geese are
Dolphins
also
have rape
bastards.
orgies. Dolphins have rape orgies. Said and
Geese
done.
are also assholes.
Geese are born evil.
I'm
they
convinced
really
that
are. They're fucking
yeah.
horrible.
No, yeah.
Um,
Geese are one of the few fundamentally evil things in this world.
I'll
It's like
also
how
say,
you know most
jellyfish.
people aren't born.
Yeah, what the fuck did jellyfish do?
There's
Jellyfish float around, murder people just kind of at random, and
On
are
accident.
immortal.
Yes, no, that's the part that pisses me off. They're fucking immortal.
there
Use
was-
them for their jelly.
There was someone that caught one that was like 80 feet long or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it was like
Box-
a fucking
box
manta ray
jellyfish.
jellyfish or something.
Box
Yeah.
jellyfish, they can kill you just by looking at you, except they don't have eyes. How is this? Okay, this thing has no brain, and yet
And they
it
are
is
so
alive.
small. They are so small.
Well, they range from tiny to stupid. Like that jellyfish range from small enough to where it will kill you and you wouldn't have even seen it, to that thing is the size of a full-on military submarine.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, okay, no. So whenever like a jellyfish washes up on the beach, like that's when I'm just like, I'm not gonna go into the water today.
I actually have a funny story about jellyfish washing up on the beach. So, it's probably a year or two ago. Me and my family were going on a beach trip like we usually do over the summer. We walk onto the beach. It's kind of cold, kind of not very beach weather, and dotted along the shore, jellyfish everywhere. There's just these small dead jellyfish just all over the place. Actually, probably not dead. I mean, their stingers still work when they're dead, so it doesn't matter. I mean, jellyfish might as well be dead when they're floating around.
Oh, so
But-
it's like a CRT, even after it's not turned on, you can still get shocked by it.
Yeah.
So was it like one of those just like something horrible happened here?
I'm not
What the
finished.
hell
yet.
happened?
I'm not finished yet. So we go. We're doing our beach thing. We find a section of the beach that isn't covered in jellyfish. I look over, probably 10, 15 feet to my right. I realize why our section of the beach wasn't covered in jellyfish. There's these two children. Couldn't be more. The older, there was one's older, one's younger. The older one couldn't have been more than 4. They are just scooping up these jellyfish into a bucket and putting them into a pile. There's just a pile of jellyfish just amassing. Just like, when I first looked over there, it was probably 3 feet tall. It was taller than these children. My first thought was, oh no.
Okay,
Those children is gonna fall into the jellyfish pile, and it's not gonna.
They're
be
just
a happy
grabbing
day.
them with their bare hands.
No. They have a shovel and a plastic bucket,
Okay.
and they're just scooping them in.
I was about to say, if they're grabbing them with their bare hands, leave not because of the jellyfish, but because of what the fuck those things are.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I hate to break it to you. You ran into the slayer of jellyfish. They committed jellyfish genocide, Trey.
Those jellyfish were not there until those kids arrived.
What's the point of the pile? An insult?
Okay.
It's a warning.
I think I know what they were trying to do. I think I know what they were trying to do.
Okay, Jacob.
Remember that one episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where Mr. Krab kidnaps the jellyfish and uses them for jelly?
Yeah, they were trying to make a jellyfish factory.
They're using it, the fucking jellyfish jam.
Wait a minute, do you think the reason that they were catching jellyfish is because they thought that they were jellyfishing?
They're fucking kids, so yeah, probably.
Maybe, but it's just hilarious to watch a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old scoop up jellyfish and put them in a pile and think one of those children is going to fall into that pile.
One of them's going to, miss the bucket and it's going to fall on their foot or something.
Yeah, and they are so small that, if they fell into that pile,
they would
not
die.
To be grim, they would die.
They would die. It's kind of, it was funny, but, in the most morbid way possible.
Did you stop them?
No, I mean, they're not my children.
It's like a car crash. You can't just let it stop.
Yeah,
but this is a car crash where you can tell them.
Their parents were just watching this unfold.
Oh, okay, yeah, let them electrocute themselves then.
In fact, the parents weren't even there. They were just an illusion.
No. Okay, no. Trey, what would have been really freaky is if you walked up to the parents and were like, maybe your kids, that's kind of dangerous, and they just looked at you and just started laughing.
Well,
they're like, oh, Barbara, he thinks that's dangerous.
Just wait till he sees the pictures of what our children normally get up to. This is just a leisurely beach trip, Barbara.
Excuse me, young American child. Have you ever heard of the Chernobyl disaster? It wasn't safety precautions failing. We just took our kids there on a fucking tour.
It was a field trip, and our children being who they are, they caused a fucking nuclear meltdown.
Trey, he's looking at you and you just start to float into the air. You feel cold hands around your throat, and he hasn't moved his hands. He's just staring at you, and he's like,
children are hungry.
What was it about them scooping jellyfish that's so dangerous? And it's his voice gets distorted, his eyes are blood red.
That reminds me of the ending.
Realistic blood.
That reminds me of the ending.
You walk up to him, and, he turns his head, but, the head kind of, lopsides, and, the neck opens up, and a jellyfish, falls out.
That reminds me of the ending to the Tales of the Hood series, where every time it ends with the main character.
Oh, yeah. This ain't no funeral home!
Welcome to hell!
Terradome, neither! Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That's how I expected your interaction with them to end, Trey.
No, Donovan's right. A jellyfish falls out, and then the horror hits you. You're like, wait a minute. Those children, you look, and you see, out from, one of their, their swim trunk legs, a jellyfish flops out, and then another, and then you realize they're jellyfish, and you turn back to the man, and his arms are raised, but instead they're the tendrils of a jellyfish.
You turn back to the kids, one of them is just eating it, shoving it into its mouth to absorb it into its mass.
Yeah, no. His jaw unhinges like a snake, and he eats it like a fucking bird choking on, a possum. He's just
You look behind him and there's a deflated human suit.
No, and then you look out into the ocean and you see the water being pulled away like it's a tsunami, but instead of a tsunami, it's just a giant jellyfish.
Jesus Christ.
There's like other people on the beach walking by, smiling and looking at you. Like it's a Stephen King book.
The sea
Slowly
turns
walking
red.
towards the giant jellyfish and just get absorbed into its mass.
Yeah. And this is why I don't go to the beach, but, well, no, this is why I don't like going to the beach.
And
Bad
that's
experiences.
why I don't go to the beach anymore.
This sounds like
Good
how
night, everybody.
This sounds like how a creepypasta would be written circa 2011.
That's why I don't go to the beach anymore.
I would read a story about, like, a beach town where all of the people were just a bunch of jellyfish posing to be people.
It's the jellies.
That'd be a dope fan fiction, like a dope creepypasta.
The jellyfish. The jellies. The jellies.
And
After we're done with the large projects that we're not gonna talk about or give details
you mean
about.
Oh, Aidan, you shouldn't have said that.
Oh no, why did you say it, you stupid motherfucker?
You fucking idiot. Why would you say that, you dumbass?
We're sending you back to the adoption center now!
I'm coming to your house right now to kill you. I'm gonna
It's not too late for an abortion, god damn it.
I'm gonna have to spend like 10 seconds bleeping that.
I will take a coat hanger right now.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so we decided what the worst animal is, I think. Jellyfish? Are we deciding on jellyfish?
I think
Jellyfish,
we're deciding
yeah.
on jellyfish.
Okay, yeah.
I swear to God, if I wake up the next morning and I see a jellyfish man outside my house,
There will be. You see like a trail
I'm fucking quitting the show.
You see like a trail of water from your front door to like your closet.
And then as I slowly realize it, the jellyfish comes from the back of
Your
my bed
dad
and strangles
is
me.
the jellyfish.
Your dad comes in, completely different tone of voice. Hello, Jacob.
Would you like to go to
bursting-
the beach today?
Even better, bursting from the closet. It's just like a SpongeBob-style jellyfish just going...
They talk like putties from Power Rangers? What the fuck? That's how the fucking putties talk.
Alright, so we decided what the worst animal is.
Jellyfish.
It's a jellyfish.
The best animal, Komodo dragon.
Komodo
Red
dragons
panda.
are dope.
Red panda.
Komodo dragon,
See,
though.
I feel like best animal is a less objective thing.
Yeah, because I think most of us can be like, jellyfish are objectively horrifying.
Jellyfish
Yeah.
are like the worst thing to ever exist. They're just like God. Satan took a shit on the earth while it was being created, and God was like, "What the fuck did you just do? You just took a shit all over this beautiful planet that I'm making." And then like the little tendrils started to sprout up, and God was like, "What in the hell's name is this?" But
Yeah,
like,
what came first, jellyfish or God?
No, God makes the planet, and Adam's just like, so, God, I like most of these animals, but like,
Except for
he points
that
to
one.
the
What's
jellyfish, just like, what's that one? Oh, and God's just like, look, man, he was just here when I got here.
God, which one is that? And God looks over and is like, "No,
That's
which
not
one
what
is
I'm
that?
mine."
What the fuck is that? I didn't make that."
Oh, wait just a second there, Buckaroo, I didn't make that one. It's like how the Queen of England was just sipping tea in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
I think
Oh
that,
shit! Yeah, no, that's not an insult to the
that is
British
not an
royalty.
insult
That's
to the
that's a
British
compliment.
royalty.
That's a
We are-
compliment. She looks great for her age.
I feel like that I'm supposed to get what the joke is here. I don't.
Well,
Episode 7.
The joke is that in a theoretical episode 7 that we previously
theoretical-
did, we made fun of British people and then it got cursed.
Except we never did that because
Yeah, it
we
didn't
never made
happen.
fun of British people.
We love the
That's
British.
Complete. Love the British. Love
They
the
have
British.
great food.
They have great.
When
food.
Prince Philip sadly passed away, we made
we mourned
no
for
cried.
jokes.
30
cried.
days.
We mourned. We fasted for 3 days and 3 nights and stood vigil.
And then his puppet came alive, although he already was.
Jacob, shut up. Jacob,
you're
shut the
treading on
fuck
dangerous
up.
ground. Jacob, you're treading on dangerous ground.
I want to play God.
Let's change the subject.
back to
Hey, have any of you seen a ghost?
Yeah. No. We're not doing the full
yes.
John Mulaney bit.
Actually, yes, I have seen a ghost. My house.
Have you really?
I'm like 80% sure my house is haunted.
Oh yeah, I have a
So
ghost.
here's the story.
Well, Trey, I'm gonna say I doubt that just because your neighborhood's relatively new.
Aidan.
Well, you do have a strange
who
obsession
lived
with
here
clocks.
Died.
So.
The people who lived here before me died like a week after they moved out. Like all of them, except for the children. Yeah, the couple, the two parents of the two children that were living here died like a few weeks or maybe even a few days after they moved out. And the grandma
That's rough, buddy.
The grandma just abandoned the children. But anyway.
That's rough, buddy.
A part of me
Back to the
wishes
story.
his internet would just cut off right there, so I would like to pretend the ghost actually were real and took over his computer.
Back to the story. So I'm home alone. It's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember why I was home alone, but this was during the time where I'd wake up at 7 in the morning every day for some goddamn reason. So I'm laying in my bed watching YouTube, right? And
YouTube.
I was watching YouTube, and I'm just laying there on my looking down at my iPad, and you know I kind of like have my doorway in my peripheral vision, and the shadow of a woman just passes by. I don't really take that, I don't process that very quickly until my sister's room, my younger sister's room, which is connected to mine. I hear something in her room. It's something metal, like a teacup or something, fall onto the ground. So I stupidly walk over to my sister's room to look to see if something has fallen, despite the fact that there was a noise. Something has fallen. Something's fallen. So I go back into my room. I salted the carpet just because, like, I don't want to die today. I actually like rub salt into the doorway of my carpet. That is something I did. I was terrified.
Did all the clocks start ringing at once? All the freaky clocks in your home?
Did it get
That
cold?
happens anyway.
Did it get
Actually,
very
it was
cold?
really cold. My room is always just kind of cold, which is unnerving.
Did you see your breath at all?
Trey, did you call the people who get rid of ghosts?
No, I didn't. I just kind of live with it these days. Like,
Trey, who you gonna call?
Jacob,
Somebody
can you
else?
deal with ghosts?
Trey, play along with the bit. It'll be funny.
I mean,
Trey, play along with the bit. It'll be funny.
I don't
Trey,
think I know
who you
how
gonna
to
call.
ghosts.
I had to get rid of some
Trey,
ghosts a
who
few
you gonna
years ago,
call?
so you can call me.
Okay, next question.
Trey! Who are you going to call?
What? You guys make up a holiday. Come on.
Who you gonna call, Trey?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Wrong. You call Sam and Dean Winchester.
Stop mentioning Supernatural.
Saving
We do
people,
that every
hunting things,
episode.
the family business. Carrying my wayward son.
One of my
and now
favorite
we've gotten
posts-
copyright striked.
One of my favorite posts, I saw like a green text, and the dude was talking about how he had like a ghost in his house, and he used what he learned from the board, and just started he started furiously masturbating just out in the opening, and the ghost never bothered him again.
I guess that's one way.
Donovan, isn't your computer haunted by a ghost that sometimes opens your computer tray?
No, it's gone.
Oh, you got rid of the virus?
No, I didn't get rid of it. It went away one day. So
Oh,
I torrented a movie or something, right? And there was a little bit of malware attached to it, except it wasn't really malware. It was this one little joke command script, whatever, that would stay in just on my computer and occasionally, like at random intervals, open the disk drive of my computer. The only issue with this is that my computer does not have a disk drive. So I would just get a notification from Windows virus, whatever, telling me that something tried to open the disk drive. And I would laugh at it.
It doesn't exist.
And it wasn't harming anything, so I just kind of left it there.
Yeah.
And occasionally it would, pop in and pop out. And I think we can wrap it up there.
Yeah, I think that's good. We've covered a lot of good ground today. So,
Lots of jellyfish.
Lots of jellyfish.
fuck jellyfish. So,
Don't
be
do
sure
that.
to,
What?
Yeah, don't fuck a jellyfish.
Yeah, no,
Be
it's
sure
not a good
to
idea.
like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Twitter at Trainwreck PC. Right? That's our Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah,
And yeah, finally fucking got it. And send in your questions there, because Lord
Please.
knows we're not
running
creative
out.
enough to keep this up by ourselves. Now,
quickly, Job and viewers, help us.
Trey,
no,
he's
no,
gone.
no.
No, sorry, Jacob, he's gone. He's gone now.
Oh, fuck.
They won't be able to give us good jokes anyway.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry, German viewer.
Now he's definitely gone.
Now he's further away.
So, as with every episode, after we've pondered the mysteries of life amongst ourselves, we leave you with a question. And today's question for you,
Is
in
someone
honor
you know
of
a jellyfish?
the day we are filming this, is the late great Sir Christopher Lee's birthday.
Yeah.
And so, our question to you is, what circumstances led to Sir Christopher Lee knowing intimately what a man being stabbed in the back sounds like? That's our show. Thank you for listening, and always